Hello and welcome to Divine Duality Tarot. My name is TJ. Today's video is for you Virgo for January 2nd, the week of January 2nd of 2023. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. I do want to give you a forewarning with the drastic weather changes. It's kind of been messing with me, so if I'm coughing and such, I apologize, and I hope that you stick with it. You stick with it. So what I'm going to do for you today here is a pretty simple, just quick spread to kind of get an idea of what the energy for Virgo is going into that week and get the energy of your whoever this romantic interest is, and that way you kind of get a little bit of forewarning, make some decisions based on what you see. And if any of these are vague, if it doesn't quite make as much sense as we would like it to be, or really need to dig into a meaning, I do have, there we go, there's that coughing again. I do have a second deck here for clarification purposes. And once again, I apologize in advance. This has been terrible. Okay, so leading it off, we have, and this is for you, Virgo, this is your energy going into it. You have the Two of Swords, which is the refusal of issues. You have the Ace of Cups, which is a new love, a new idea of love. It could be a new love as in a new relationship. It could be a new love as in a newfound love in an existing relationship. So it could be a new phase, coming out of the honeymoon phase and entering the whatever the next phase is, or whatever it is, it's a new addition to your emotional attachment. And then you have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is seeking truth. So the energy going into this is, I'm trying to think of the best words to describe it. It's kind of, I don't want to say it's contradictory, but the messaging seems a little counterintuitive. What you have here is going into this energy, going into this week with this energy of refusing truth, refusing issues. Those issues have to do with your new love. So what I'm seeing here, these two together honestly represent a honeymoon phase of a relationship where you are blinded by this new powerful emotion. You are blinded by this new love, this new idea, this new phase, whatever it may be in your particular situation, Virgo. But what you're not seeing are the things underneath the shiny veneer. You have the nostalgia goggles on, but reality is not quite the same thing. And you are still really kind of forcibly putting the issue out of your mind. You are looking past it. Oh, that doesn't matter. But at the same time, you know it matters. And that's where this truth seeking comes into play, where even though you're refusing the issues, you're still in the mentality, you still have this energy about you of trying to find out what is actually going on. And their energy is going to play directly into this. So this isn't necessarily something that is going to happen this week. I think this energy, the issue has already happened. And this is the culmination of both of you going into this week post issue. And the reason why I'm saying that is they have the they have the Five of Swords, which is argument. They still have an argument on their mind. And this may be one of those situations where this is the first argument that you've had, first serious argument that you have had since this new phase of the relationship. And you don't want to believe, oh, it was a fluke, it can't be anything. But deep down in your gut, you know that, man, this was something. This was something. This wasn't just arguing about who should drive today. This was arguing about, something more core. Something way more important. And you really don't want that to be the case, because you are enjoying the bliss of this love. But deep down, you're still trying to really think your way through it. Is this actually who they are? And they have the Moon, which is clarity in a relationship, the truth coming to light. Their energy in this is a little different than yours. It's kind of in the same direction, but they know what their role is. They are stern, they have their foot down in who they are in this relationship. And that can really make them seem cold and uncaring. They're already over the argument, but you're not. You still need to know, who is this person? What is this person? And then they have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is dedication to building, and with Pentacles, usually more in the physical world. So that's kind of making me think that their priority in the relationship should be building in the physical world, should be either getting money or fixing things or something, which means their priorities are not as much in the emotional realm as they are with you. They have moved past the argument, and they believe that their role, the clarity that they have gained, is they believe this is what they should be doing. Maybe they've taken up a new hobby or something that has absolutely pulled them away from this honeymoon phase. Maybe, I'm really trying to think of an easy analogy for that would just really make it click. I like things to be simple, easy to process. So something has happened. Like, you guys were at one stage in the relationship together. The ideas were the same, the goals were the same, the emotion was the same. And then an argument happened over something very deep, a core thing that completely changed their outlook on what they should be doing. They may be thinking that this is what you want. Maybe they think, oh, I'm not working too hard, or oh, I'm not putting enough into this relationship. Or if they've taken up a new hobby or something that is unrelated, that could be their way of coping with a situation that they just don't want to deal with the crap. And like, that's how they're feeling it in their mind. I don't want to deal with this crap. And in reality, it's not crap. I mean, this is something that needs to be taken care of, because it's changing the entire dynamic of the relationship. But if they're taking it lightly enough where they're distracting themselves with something else, that means that what you had originally seen is not what it is. The veil is starting to come off and you're seeing who they are becoming. Use that truth-seeking energy. Find out what is actually going on with this person. Is this a distraction? Is this who they were all along and they were just in a honeymoon phase themselves and now the goggles are off and they're like, oh, this is what it really is. The glasses, nostalgia glasses, whatever the phrase. And you need to understand that you can address the issues. You really can. You can address the issues while still being madly in love with that person, while still being madly happy with the situation. You can still acknowledge the issues and do something about them. Because one thing is, if you continue to refuse the issues and you let it build and build and build, two things are going to happen. One, if you're putting a fake smile on all the time, they're going to think this is working. They're going to think that what they're doing was the right thing. So now you are validating that behavior. So they're going to do it more because that is now becoming part of their routine. If they wake up every morning and they go watch TV to give you space, but you don't want that space, but you keep letting it happen, then they're going to think that, oh, you enjoy me giving you your space by going out and watching the TV every morning instead of spending time with you. And then the other thing that's going to happen is the more you refuse it, and I'm telling you, I don't know anybody in my life that has ever not been this way. And I'm this way too. I have not met any one person in my life that has not been this way, where when they refuse the issue, when they bottle it up, it cycles through your head. And then scenarios start forming. And then new ideas of how you would respond start forming. And next thing you know, you have this whole argument laid out in your mind that, oh, they're going to say this, then I'm going to come back and say this. And then you think to yourself, man, what if they say this though? I'll have to say this too. Next thing you know, you have turned a big cycle and made things 10 times worse in your mind than they actually are. It's like if you're driving and you hit a bump, you start thinking to yourself, oh, did I blow a tire? Maybe it was the engine. Oh my God, maybe the transmission's going out. When in all reality, there was just a rock that was in the road and you just bumped it with a tire. If you don't address the problem and find out what it is, you're going to make it worse, because they're not doing anything to actually address it. They are doing their own thing. And that's not helping. But the more you don't do something about it, the more this is going to become who they are, which is being distracted, which is not dealing with problems. And that's not what you want. You need this to be a partnership where you don't have to have a blindfold on. That's what you need to do. That's what this is saying. The energy's going into it. Find your middle dynamic and take care of it. Virgo, take care of it. You're in a new year. Start it off on a good foot and get over whatever this argument is and end on a good note. So if you stuck through the video, thank you for watching. And I do apologize again for all the coughing. This has just been a ridiculous weather, ridiculous season. Hopefully it resonates with you, and Virgo, I will see you next week.